Hello, everyone. I am so excited to be a part of Bandcamp's rollout for their live streaming platform. Thank you so much for joining me today. My name is Gaelynn Lea. I am a violinist and a singer, songwriter, and disability rights advocate from Duluth, Minnesota. In 2016, I won NPR Music's Tiny Desk contest out of 6,000 submissions, so it kind of allowed me to start touring nationally and internationally. So I've been on the road. Um, I was on the road for about 4 years, and then coronavirus obviously changed all that. And so I'm excited to try out a new platform. For those of you with visual impairments, I am a small Caucasian woman who uses an electric wheelchair. I have my brown hair pulled up into two small buns at the back of my head. I'm wearing a purple flower clip on the left side of my hair, and I'm wearing a pink, like peacock patterned dress. I'm holding my violin up and down like a cello in my wheelchair. And the reason I do that is that's actually how I perform. I'm very small, so this is how I play. And in my wheelchair, you'll see a metal box, which is a looping pedal, and it records what I play live in the moment. And then when I let go of the button, it plays it back again and again and again. So that's sort of just, I'm in my kitchen. Behind me, you'll see a painting of some sheep in a field and our cupboards and some pans because we live in a studio apartment. So, there's not a lot of great vantage points from which to do this, and this seems to work. So I'm super pumped that you're here. I'm going to play a mix of traditional tunes and a couple fiddle tunes. The first song I'm going to do for you is a song I wrote called Watch the World Unfold. Pushing up through the dirt just like a seed, but you're never quite a flower. You feel more just like a weed. Driving through. You wanna know where you are going, but the windshield's always dirty, and you never get to see what makes you think that you'll ever get there. What makes you think you deserve to know? Who are you really? Are you so important? Take a look around and watch the world unfold. Watch the world unfold. Watch the world unfold. Watch the world unfold. Need advice. You have no clue what you're doing. Moral compass it is spinning. An identity unhinged. Where to turn, where to turn. There's so many opinions, and they're all a little different. And the outlook's getting dim. What makes you think that you'll ever get there? What makes you think you deserve to know? Who are you really? Are you so important? Take a look around and watch the world unfold. Watch the world unfold. Watch the world unfold. Watch the world unfold. Pushing up through the dirt just like a seed, but you're never quite a flower. You feel more just like a weed. Thank you very much for listening. That is Watch the World Unfold off of my album, The Songs We Sing Along the Way. That tune was kind of about when you're a perfectionist and it's hard to really enjoy the present moment because you're always being so hard on yourself. That's kind of just about letting go and watching the world unfold, which I write these songs not because I'm good at doing any of these things, but because I know they're important and I'm working on it. So the next song I want to do for you is Someday We'll Linger in the Sun. It's the song that I entered into NPR Music's Tiny Desk contest. There are 3 different recordings of this song on Bandcamp, which is kind of goofy, but right after I won, I put it out as a single because people were like, "Where can I buy that song?" And I was like, "Nowhere." Because I've never recorded it. So I released one in May of 2016, and then I put it on that EP, The Songs We Sing Along the Way, with my friend, guitar player Al Church. And then in 2018, I released a full band album called Learning How to Stay. And that album was fun because I had never worked with a drummer before or a bass player. It's a much different sound. And we wanted to put that track on there because it had only ever really been on a single and an EP, but we wanted to change it. So that's like the rock, the like cool kid rock version of that tune. So it's a different energy, but it's fun because my bandmate Alan Sparhawk played on that one, and he's the one that I originally started performing that song with. So that one has a lot of different iterations. This next song is about how love is beautiful, even when it is difficult or complicated. So here we go. Our love's a complex vintage wine, all rotted leaves and lemon rinds. I'd spit you out, but now you're mine. We bit the fruit, it seemed a lie. I'll never know which way was right. Now side by side we face the night, and I love you. bend. You held my hand until the end, and I love you. And I love you. Don't tell me we've got time. The subtlety of life, it slips away when we pay no mind. We pull the weeds out till the dawn, nearly too tired to carry on. Someday we'll linger in the sun, and I love you. And I love you. There you go. That is Someday Will Linger in the Sun. I am very glad to be doing a live show for you tonight because one of the things I have realized as this quarantine happens, I do a weekly show every Sunday afternoon on YouTube, and some of you may be part of that. Oh, thank you very much. I'm seeing the comments come through now. Thank you so much for listening. I've been doing these weekly shows every week, and I have a special guest every Sunday, and I really enjoy that because it's live. And I think hearing the comments or reading the comments as they come in, I didn't think that would be such a big deal, but it really is to like see the interaction of the audience and know that you're actually out there watching in real time is important to me. So thanks for making time in your busy schedule to be with me tonight. The other thing is the last song I'm going to do tonight, towards the end of the set, before the Q&A, so in about 30 minutes, I'm going to do an improvisational piece. And the way I like to do those improvisational pieces is have the audience suggest an idea that, like, of a concept. I don't know, like sunsets or birds or whatever it is that's in your mind. And I will play that concept for you, what I hear in my mind, as an improvisation. And it's a really fun way to end the show because you can kind of have some input in how the show ends, whether or not it is epic or quiet, like a lullaby. I want you to be the decider of how the show ends. So start thinking, and as you want to keep putting some suggestions in the chat for the last track, the concept that I will improv on, that would be awesome. The next song I'm going to do for you is a single that I released in 2019 called The Long Way Around, and it's also on the Living Room Sessions, which you received as a thank you for getting a ticket. So here we go. This is The Long Way Around. two souls meet and the whole world feels new. Shared moments sweet, all colors bright and true. And there is laughter, and there are good things growing everywhere. And I'm happy to be in this place with you. And I'm happy to be in this place. You let it out, you laid it all across the table. What's this about? And you're making me unstable, and I don't wanna go down this road with you. No, I don't want to go down this road. I want to go, but I can't, and I won't. I'll learn to sew up the wounds that I broke open with you, 'cause I knew and I chose, and I don't feel at home in this world anymore. No, I don't feel at home in this world. We rein it in, and there is better understanding. Nobody wins if there is flight without the landing, and we learn to keep our hearts in time. Try not to burn the careful ties that bind us together. And I'm taking the long way around with you. And I'm taking the long way around. And I'm happy to be in this place with you. And I'm taking the long way around. There you go. Thank you for listening. That is The Long Way Around. I think I saw Migration of the Swallows as an option. That's kind of cool. I have not thought about doing migration as an improvisational prompt. I just got to tune one string really quick. Kind of slipped. We'll see. I hate tuning with the pegs, but it's required at this point, so we'll see. Oh, I think I'm too nervous. It's going to throw it all off. Okay, because then we sit here and I would tune for the rest of the set, which would be very bad. So I think I'm going to plow forward. The song I'm going to do next for you is called This Hunger Won't Leave. It's on my newest EP, which is the Living Room Sessions. And so as I said, I do a live show every Sunday afternoon at 2 p.m. Central, so like noon Pacific, 8 p.m. in the UK, 3 p.m. in New York. And so I just lowered everything else instead of raising the A string. So anyways, so I do a live show, and some of the tracks ended up being kind of cool. Um, and like the quality of the recording sounded good. So I took them and kind of took out the audio and I tweaked it a little bit, added some reverb, changed the tone a bit, and then got them mastered and released it as a live album. So this song, This Hunger Won't Leave, is on that new album. And I wrote it about a month before the coronavirus started. And it's weirdly, it feels kind of like it applies, even though it wasn't really about that at the time. So here we go. Each brand new day it begins just the same, filled with hope for the future and dreams of restraint. But stumbling blocks seem to litter the way, and by nightfall I'm broken and swallowed again. And want to reach higher than familiar planes, but my habits are shackles, they drag me away. Isn't there more to this world than my pain? The horizon, it glitters, but it's too hard to say. Can't you travel on up your mountain? Can't you travel on up your mountain? Can't you travel on up your mountain? Know this lesson won't leave. All I desire is spiritual ways to better the world and to alter my fate. But all I'm consuming my ego rejects, and I'm trapped in a maze, just retracing my steps. Can't you get it out of your system? Can't you get it out of your system? Can't you get it out of your system? No, this hunger won't leave. Everybody's coming at it tense. It's plain to see, has it always been so hard to be a human? Everybody's sitting on the fence, including me. Do we run away or turn to face our demons? Can't you just admit that it's over? Can't you just admit that it's over? Can't you just admit that it's over? No, this vision won't leave. The surface doesn't seem to make much sense, a clouded mess, but beneath it all I know there is some order. Sifting through my fears, my hate, my love, my emptiness, I will one day hit upon that boundless border. Won't you put your lips to this water? Won't you put your lips to this water? Won't you put your lips to this water and quench your thirst to be free? Won't you grab a hold of this hammer? Won't you grab a hold of this hammer? Won't you grab a hold of this hammer and build a new day with me? There you go. That is called This Hunger Won't Leave. It's on my new EP. It's not a studio version, what you can find on that EP, and obviously this is live. So someday I hope to record that with some other instruments and like real drone noises and stuff. But I just figured this is the time to get stuff out there that I think, for me at least, reminds me not to lose hope. That's sort of what the point of that song is about. And this is a very intense time, as we all know. So I was hoping that maybe that song would resonate with some people. I have a little bit more time. I've got about 15 more minutes, so I have 3 songs I want to do for you, and an improv if we have time. And the other thing is, if you feel like you have questions and you want to do a Q&A, I am totally open to that. I don't want to make it weird where you have to sit and ask me questions. But if you have questions, that's something that I think would be really fun to do. So I kind of reserved the last 15 minutes, 7:45 to 8 o'clock-ish, for a Q&A. But I'm going to do a few more songs now. Thank you so much for sticking around. Miller Light is one of the names. Jennifer, Donna, I think. And then, of course, the people at Bandcamp, Max and Joe, thanks for being here. I think it's really late to where Max is living, so he must have had coffee earlier today. So this next song is called Bird Song, and I am hoping that you will sing along with me at home. It's a song that I wrote about how even if you feel constricted by society, how your spirit is always free. And so it's a duet. What is going to happen is we are going to sing this line together twice at the beginning. We're going to sing, "Bird, why do you sing? Fate has clipped your wings." So the words are, "Bird, why do you sing? Fate has clipped your wings." And so we're going to come in together. I'm going to set up the loop first. We're going to come in together. We're going to sing that line twice, and then we are going to keep going until the end of the song. You're going to sing that again and again and again. You're going to be your own loop. And then I will do a bunch of other stuff, and we will end together. So you'll know when the song is ending because we'll end together. So I know that it's a little different usually when I do this song in a crowd of actual in-person human beings. Not that you're not actual human beings, because you are. But in person, you can hear the whole room singing, and it's really beautiful. But still, if you sing at home, you will hear the duet going on. And so I hope you enjoy. This is called Bird Song. It's off of the EP Imperfecta by the Murder of Crows, which is a duo that I did with my, well, and still do occasionally, with Alan Sparhawk of the band Low. He is the one that gave me my looping pedal and said, you should learn how to do this. And we had a project together for several years, and I wrote this song as a duet for him and me to sing. And now you are going to be Alan Sparhawk at home. So here we go. Oops, geez. Here we are. Why do you sing? Fate has clipped your wings. Bird, why do you sing? Fate has clipped your wings. Keep singing. You make me feel like a bird in the sky. Fly round and round and I can't fall down. You make me feel so free. Like I just came awake, not afraid to be. You make me feel like a bird in the sky. Fly round and I can't fall down. You make me feel so free. Like I just came awake, not afraid to be. You make me feel like a bird in the sky. Fly round and I can't fall down. You make me feel so free. Like I just came awake, not afraid to be. You make me feel like a bird in the sky. Fly round and I can't fall down. You make me feel so free. Like I just came awake, not afraid to be. Bird, why do you sing? Fate has clipped your wings. Bird, why do you sing? Fate has clipped your wings. There you go. I do not know for sure if you were singing, but I hope that you were at home, because that is a duet that is really fun to do with audiences all over the world. And since you are all over the world, I guess it still applies, even though I can't hear you. So I have two more songs for you tonight. This next song is called I Wait. It's off my newest album, Learning How to Stay. It's a song that I wrote about disability rights in America. I obviously have a disability, in case you didn't hear that visual description earlier. And it's something that I have gotten more and more passionate about is just equality in the arts, especially for me as an artist, realizing just how many barriers there are to inaccessible venues and even technology. Like I know Bandcamp is working on getting captions for this, which I think would be so cool, because people with different disabilities often don't get considered when venues are building their stages or when anything, when technology is getting built, when transportation is getting designed. And so to be an artist with a disability right now in America is quite a bit harder, or like there's more hurdles to jump over, to be a performing artist. And I just want to see that change. So I wrote this song because technically in America we do have the Americans with Disabilities Act, but it's not enforced in the way that it should be to really guarantee equality. And so the reason I wrote this song is like it's a frustrating place when you're fighting for change, and in the letter of the law you have change, but change hasn't actually come yet. And like you're just kind of waiting in this limbo space. It can be a frustrating place to be, and so I wrote this song to kind of voice that frustration and say, that artists do need, not just artists, everyone with a disability needs a seat at the table on all levels of society. So this is I Wait off of Learning How to Stay. The version on Learning How to Stay is like almost a disco, so this is totally a different vibe. You'll hear what I mean if you ever listen to the other version. The thing is, gotta make sure the pedal buttons are all right, or you're in for a nasty surprise when you start the loop. Okay, I think we're set. Here we go. This is I Wait. Can you see me way in the back here? I've been waiting in line. It's been a long time, can't get no service. Still I am hoping for a sign that one day things will change and we can finally take our place. That history won't forget us or try to minimize our pain, and so I wait. And so I wait. Did you know that when I get angry, I breathe fire? I could burn this place down. You may not realize all of the small ways I am not welcome, but just take a look around. So everybody knows that you need a place to go, and living isn't easy if you incinerate your home. And so I stay. And so I stay. I may seem angry, so please forgive me, but I am still not free in this society. How long must we keep fighting for our right to be living? Wrongs overdue for righting. We're a bit too forgiving. So if you hear them make claims of progress, take a good look and see who isn't there. We need a seat now at the table, so please invite us, or don't pretend to care. There you go. That is I Wait off of my album Learning How to Stay, about the disability rights movement, and just giving people a place at the table. I have one more singing song, and then I'm going to do a little improv for you, and then we'll stick around for a couple minutes for a Q&A. This is the very first song I ever wrote, called Grace and a Tender Hand. So far, the only improv suggestion I have received is migration, I believe. So if anybody has another suggestion, this is the time to put it in the chat. Thank you so much for listening. I appreciate the comments, and I'm really grateful that some of you are buying albums. It means a lot to support artists that way, especially when we're not at shows selling CDs in person. And that's why I love Bandcamp so much. Not being told to say this, I legitimately think Bandcamp is the best thing out there for musicians right now online, and I'm very grateful that they're thinking of us by making this platform and just finding other cool ways to really support artists at this very unsettling juncture in our history. So thank you for your work, Bandcamp, too. I get 3 votes for migration is what I'm seeing here, so that's probably what I'll end up doing, because that's like 4 people saying it then, if Max is giving 3. So here we go. This is Grace and a Tender Hand. I don't know the words to the song I want to sing you. I don't have a name for what I want to bring you. And I you've seen or all that you have done. But if I could bring you peace today, my battle would be won. You're weighted down with worry, you doubt what you are worth. You question if you'll ever know your place upon the earth. But if you saw what I see, this perfect person standing next to me, if you could kindly let yourself be, your battle would be won. We don't know the outcomes, how this story will unfold. We only have a moment, and it is not ours to hold. A place to fall, a time to land. We grow by grace and a tender hand. The beauty of this hidden plan is our battle has been won. The beauty of this hidden plan is our battle has been won. There you go. That is Grace and a Tender Hand. That, even though that's my oldest song, that's the first one I ever wrote, it's on my most recent album, Learning How to Stay, because I just never recorded it, and I realized I wanted to put it somewhere. So the last few moments, I'm going to do about I mean, I feel bad. This kind of ran long. I'm really bad at estimating how long things take. So this is a problem that pervades every area of my life. So I'm going to do an improvisation, and then if we have a couple extra minutes, I don't think this thing automatically shuts down at 8, so I will stick around if anyone has questions. I'm going to do migration, although I see Donna's fervent requests for dreams, and I don't know how I could combine them. So I'm going to do migration, but I'm keeping dreams in mind for next show that I do. I have a show every Sunday at 2 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. in England on YouTube. I have a YouTube channel, just Gaelynn Lea is my YouTube name, and I will do dreams sometime soon because I got to think about that too. It's not popping out right now, but it doesn't mean that it won't. So this is migration, and then we'll stick around for a couple questions if you have any. So here we go. Okie doke. So let me explain. Um, that is a bunch of birds hanging out, deciding that it's time to leave for the winter. So they're talking to each other, beep, 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 and they're kind of gathering their different age groups together into a big flock. And the high note at the end is when they all took off. That's what just happened in my brain. Sorry you couldn't see what I was seeing in my brain, but it is really fun to improv. I hope that that was entertaining for you. I know it's kind of a goofy thing to be like, well, I'm having fun. I hope they are too. This was really, really fun to play, though. Migration, that was fun. So I'm going to put my violin down and come up a little closer. I have a couple minutes left. Does anyone have any questions for me before we head out? I just thought since this is a little different platform and we're all here in real time hanging out, if anyone has any questions, I would love to chat for a couple minutes before it officially is beyond an hour. And if not, please, please join me on YouTube every Sunday at 2 o'clock. So, 1 second. Hey, Polly. Oh my goodness. Hey, Paul. Paul? Hold on 1 sec. Hey, Paul. Paul? Oh no, I think my husband fell asleep. I don't know how I'm going to be able to move. Hey, Paul Tressler. Paul? Hold on, I'm going to have to figure this out. Anyways, so I will do my best to get my violin out of here. But does anyone have any questions before we um, sign off for the night? I will wait a couple seconds to hear. Hey, Paul Tressler. Paul. Polly, are you alive? Okay, can you help me take my violin? Okay, he is alive. Confirmed. A live man. Here you go. I'll hand you this. I'm going to pull up to the computer. Thank you. Okay, I'm going to hang up my violin and I'm going to come chat with you for just a second before we head out. I'm so glad that you stuck around for all the music. And if I can move this music stand, that would be sweet. Cool. Push it that way. Yeah, we're still live. Okay, question. Do you have Appleton on your travel plans? I mean, I have everywhere on my travel plans. So honestly, if it works out to get to Appleton, I almost did this summer. But then we ended up going to Eau Claire instead, I think. So we will be around, I'm sure. Oh, that's cute. I'm glad that your mom enjoyed the show, Joe. That means a lot. Any other questions before we sign out? I really am glad that you guys were willing to stick around for this hour. It's really fun. Yeah. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I have to tell you. I'm working on a book. This November is when I'm going to start writing. I am doing a Patreon, patreon.com/Gaelynn Lea, to kind of raise like some monthly income to replace shows. So the only shows I'll be doing in the winter are the ones that I do on my weekly show. And so those will be really kind of the only performances I have, and then the rest of the time I'm going to be writing a book about touring as a disabled artist, but just about like kind of some of our adventures. We had a really fun 4 years, and I don't want to forget about it, so I want to write them down. Besides that, I think just writing new music is on the list, and I think, yeah, and then I'm touring again whenever that world opens up. So thank you for listening. Thank you for hanging out. I appreciate you guys taking the night out to hang out with me, and please join me over on YouTube every Sunday, and hopefully back here sometime. I'll do another Bandcamp show down the line. So I'm going to sign off for tonight, but I will be around, as I always am, online in the next few days. I have another guest, Jess Klein. She's going to join me on YouTube on Sunday and perform some of her songs, and then I'll do that dream improvisation. So I will be back soon. So thank you so much. Take care and have a wonderful night. Bye.